Welcome to the Argonauts. My name is Tyler and I live with my partner Ben on a 28-foot sailboat called Our Choice. We're both 23 years old, we're living on a budget and are definitely beginners when it comes to the liveaboard lifestyle. Subscribe to follow our journey as we travel slowly around the world. Hello! In this episode we leave La Rochelle planning to do a Biscay crossing over to Bilbao in Spain. We wanted to cross to Bilbao instead of stopping along the way because of a firing range off the coast of Landes that we wanted to avoid. We probably would have stopped in Arcachon Bay around halfway between La Rochelle and Bilbao, but swell from the northwest meant that it probably would have been quite choppy coming in and out of there. We were expecting the sail to take 43 to 48 hours and for the first half to be a bit rougher with wind and swell coming from the northwest, from the Atlantic, and then for the wind to drop off and for the swell to disappear just after halfway. The last few hours of the trip we were expecting very little wind and that we'd have to motor into Bilbao.
Don't film me, I'm too nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because we're going to do a crossing.
Where are we crossing to?
From La Rochelle to Bilbao.
What are you nervous about?
I'm not even sure. Everything. There's so many variables and just things that I guess could go wrong. I mean, it's not a big crossing, but it's our first proper one.
Before we left, we made sure we had a full tank of diesel and also filled up our 2 spare 10-litre cans in case we needed more.
She walks past your door and it's 4:30 and you watch her. A stranger she seems in one of your dreams. She is there.
Are you okay?
That's yet to be seen. I will be when we get to Bilbao. I'm not okay. Like 5, 6 people have told us it's a good plan, weather looks fine, nothing to worry about, it's all okay. I don't know, there's something about sailing at night that's got me on edge. I don't know what it is. We'll have to film me doing it at night and see if I was right to go.
Walks to a park and it's getting dark. Still you haven't seen. Dreaming of you, how you talk, how you do, where you haven't been. I wouldn't even care, it doesn't matter where we would run away. Place far from here.
Still quite nervous.
So, where are we going?
We're going to Bilbao,
From?
La Rochelle,
And how long is it going to take?
about 43 to 48 hours.
And what are we doing for the first time?
Sailing at night. It's probably not like the best of crossings for the first crossing. People will definitely say that. People watching the videos find it all like if any like professional sailors see this, they're probably gonna be like idiots. Which is probably why I'm nervous.
We've done sunsets and sunrises, just not completely in the dark. What is it you're worried about?
is that we will run out of fuel. I'd tell you how fast we were going, but I have to look at the app on Tyler's phone. It feels quite nice though.
It does.
We don't have radar on board, which means we can only see other boats at night if we notice their lights, but we do have a radar reflector that we put up when it gets dark so that at least other boats can hopefully see us.
Remember us back then. Remember us back then. Remember us back then. We had no clue back then. Remember us back then.
Can't even see where you are.
Is if you tap the screen, does it?
No.
No? So it's just going to be dark.
You can just see the light on the flag behind you.
That's funny. I'm feeling a lot better now actually that it's got dark.
Yeah,
That it's darker.
that's good.
I can see the moon on the waves over there.
Yeah.
So there'll be some moon for some time and then it'll get really dark around 3. Are we going to fit under?
We're about to go under another bridge, but in the dark this time.
It's much harder to judge how high it is in the dark, like... yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. I don't think you can see it on the camera at all.
You might be able to see like a light blue on your head. You should be pointing at it. Yeah, it's definitely pointing at it.
Dun dun dun.
Why do you think? It feels like it's closer.
Nah.
I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of room, was there?
Maybe it is like 15.
It's much closer than other bridges we've been under.
Yeah.
We only ended up making it about 30 nautical miles south of La Rochelle in the end. We were out for 7 hours and then spent the night on a mooring buoy near Saint Trojan-le-Bon.
So Tyler, go walk backwards so you can actually see you and the space. What happened? Navigational error?
There was really big waves.
Yeah.
I
There was a sandbar that I didn't know was there, and yeah. Oh yeah, just didn't look at the charts carefully enough, I suppose, or I trusted the weather routing a bit too much, I think. And yeah, I also, you know, it says it fires in westerlies. These were like north-westerlies, mostly north, and I just didn't expect it to be firing like that. It was, how high do you reckon those waves were?
Hi.
They were high. The boat got knocked over a good 2 or 3 times before I was able to. Well, it got knocked over twice before
What do
I,
you think they
like
actually
properly
were?
knocked
Like,
over,
4
like
meters?
properly knocked over, like boom on water, like that.
Really?
It was. Yeah, the first time I was
That
like
was the worst.
gripping on, and you fell like down there, and I got
I
like
was sat on the top
the
step
wave
and
pretty much came over me. Like I am still pretty drenched.
Well, yeah, it went all down my back because I like.
I'm glad I tied everything on and like I had the harness on and stuff because yeah, it was real, but like
What do you think? Like 4 meters?
it was at least 3.5. At least 3.5.
But
It was
they were,
much
like,
bigger than 2 meters. It was like
But they were like breaking.
it was like at
waves
the
as
bottom.
well.
Yeah. It was like a surfing wave. It was a breaking wave on a sandbar, and it like going, yeah, and it was a period of like 5 to 6 seconds. That's why we got hit twice, because I just did not have enough time to like sort it after the first one. Oh man, that was close.
But I said I saw them.
You did. You saw them in the distance, and I couldn't quite believe that they were there.
So we didn't get very far.
30 miles, 35 well,
Of how
35
many?
miles if you include the 3 or 4 we had to run back. Of 190. But, you know, we've made some progress. We haven't made a small amount of progress for the amount of time that we've spent out here. You know, it was 30 miles in 6 hours.
What's the time now? Like 1:30?
Yeah. And I'm trying to wonder what to do next. I mean, the wind dies down completely tomorrow.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I wouldn't want to attempt that.
Again?
At night.
No, thank you.
I'm kind of scared about being underwater at all at night now. My fears were well founded. I had such a in the bones feeling of this is a bad idea, but I just couldn't put my finger on why it was.
We should have started off with a shorter in the dark trip.
Well, that's what this has turned into.
Well, yeah. It has.
With being knocked over for
Yeah,
the first
but
time.
without
I mean, I say for the first time, hopefully for the last time, but being knocked over for the first time ever in a big boat in the dark is hands down. And I know, like, I tried to pretend to be calm and collected, but I think
You did very well at doing that.
is one of the scariest things I've ever experienced, for sure.
Oh, it definitely was.
Nothing
for me.
scarier like springs to mind, if I'm being honest.
No.
Like seeing that breaking wave like come over the side of the boat, like sorry. It was too much. Even running away from them, going towards them even, I was like, oh my god. And every time we went over the crest of a wave, it like pulled us to the right.
And then you can see another one coming.
And then there's another one literally like on top of you, and you've got to like see it like, oh man. So yeah, we had to turn around. There was no punching through it. And then they were coming from behind. And again, every time you get to the crest of the wave, you're just sideways, and the rudder pulls out your hand and smashes water coming over the back. And surfing, like fully surfing down the waves. Like I'd like to see what the top speed was from that track. I reckon it was up there. We must be doing like 10, 11 knots coming down the back of those waves. They were big.
They were very, very big.
I think it wasn't even like the height of the wave. It was the fact that it was like
breaking wave.
3.5 meter wave.
And they were very close
the
together.
fact that every single one of them was breaking, and they were all very close together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a messy situation. So all of those professional sailors that would have shaken their heads at our plans would have been right to do so. In the future.
Well, I'm glad I told you to make sure you tied yourself on.
Well, when you saw the breaking waves, and I was looking at them and trying to figure out whether they were breaking waves or not, and we were still a little way away from them, I was like, right, this is but it was already quite choppy at that point, and I was thinking, well,
yeah, and then I mean you saw the foamy.
The foamy stuff was there,
which was
and then
obviously
it was
just
like that was white.
That was probably from the
that
breaking
will have been
waves.
from the breaking waves, which I
smaller.
should have been assigned, to be honest.
Yeah. It definitely didn't convince me that.
It's the darkness. The darkness was really misleading. I think, and
you
I was
couldn't
just
see
not.
them coming.
We were both unsure as to whether they were actually there for quite some time. I think. I mean.
I was pretty sure, but
you were
I
pretty
was
sure.
trying not to be scared.
Everything was tied down. To my knowledge, we haven't lost anything.
No.
Which is surprising. Turbine's still there.
Yeah.
We're both still here. Both solar panels still attached. The rig's still up.
The sail was up while this was happening, was it?
Yeah, the sail got soaked.
Yeah.
The sail got soaked. It was like dripping. Like the boom. I'm pretty sure the boom touched the water, which should never happen on a boat this size. Really, like.
Yeah.
Especially not one that's like your house. This isn't a racing vessel. But we're both alive.
Yeah.
Oh man. Maybe it's time to buy some paper charts. Or, I don't know, an EPUB. I don't understand what, like, if in that situation, like, the boat had rolled or I'd have fallen out, or... I don't understand how an
If you'd have fallen off the
you
boat...
in
Yeah,
that.
because it's not quick enough for someone to be on the bloody rocks.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like,
Or the sandbank or whatever it was. Before anyone's even understood what's going on, you'd already be like...
Yeah, I'd like to see someone make a VHF call even in that. Like, that was...
Yeah.
I did say as well that, like, I wanted to go out the other end of the island because... I said, if we're, like, committing to it, the crossing, and, like, we're not, you know, looking for constant ways out, that's the way to go. And it's just as well that there are constant ways out on this route, because we needed them. But I feel like if we'd have gone... Oh, I can't even remember what this bloody island's called. If we'd have gone round the north of it and then headed southwest, we'd have been absolutely fine.
What if you'd have done the other route and not come between the...
Yeah, not come between the islands. You live and learn, and we did live and have learned. So,
Bedtime?
probably a good idea. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not going anywhere until at least sunrise.
No.
Let's have a look at... Oh, I'll have a look at the weather things and... So exactly when it's likely to calm down out there, because certainly isn't calm now. This was just literally those sandbars and what was, I don't know, residual swell from something, because the wind's not even that high. That's the thing. Like, the wind was
not.
like 12 gusting 16, 15. And but the residual swell was like 2-ish on the worst predictions. It certainly felt like the worst predictions when we were out there. But I'm not even sure where that swell was coming from. Like, probably a westerly front further north or something. Like, the waves are coming like northwest. Don't know. It was heavy, man.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much to anyone who's been to my Ko-fi page so far and donated money to help us keep going. The next thing I'm trying to save for is some more safety bits like radar or AIS and a life raft or EPIRB. Thanks again for watching. In the next episode we'll be searching for somewhere to take our mast down.